confidence in this. We have moderate confidence in this, low confidence in that. But the president here is saying he was never told about this, so therefore he washes his hands of it. He is the president of the United States. He is the one talking to President Putin. He had 5 phone calls with President Putin over the course of the spring when this was coursing through the system. The fact that he was never told or didn't know just shows a total breakdown in the entire system. And I would draw a parallel to the reporting that in his presidential daily brief, there was about a dozen references to the risks of COVID in January and February, at the same time that he was saying that Xi Jinping and the Chinese had everything under control, because he was talking to Xi. So this is part of just an overall picture about the risks to the country and the president not doing his job.
You've been very vocal on Twitter about the DNI's threat assessment, and that's certainly something in the past that has been traditionally an unclassified report, but it has been held from the public. Why do you think information like this and that threat assessment have not been made public as they traditionally have been?
It's a question that we really need to ask. I was in the Bush administration when the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence Office, was set up for the institutions after 9/11. And every year they put out a worldwide threat assessment, which is about all the intelligence being collected from around the world with taxpayer money to basically provide a picture for the Congress, for the administration, and then in unclassified form to the American people about the threats to the country. It's a very critical document, and it comes out every year. And every year since 2006, it's come out, been briefed to Congress, and it's been public. This year, it's been bottled up. And I think there's a big question of why. The report last year by Dan Coats, who's since fired, the president didn't like what was in the report. The report basically said, Russia and China working more closely together than any point in the last 4 years. Basically, everything that President Trump said he was doing in the foreign policy realm was not working. So Trump didn't like that report. He actually called in his intelligence analysts reportedly and basically read them the riot act. And now nobody is seeing this report. So it begs the question of why. What is in it? What does it say? What don't we know? And we have 4 months until an election and about 7 months until there might be a new president. Our adversaries, Putin, Xi Jinping, they are not sitting around all day scrolling through Twitter. They are thinking about how to take advantage day by day, week by week, month by month, against us. And so I think we're in a very precarious period here. But this story just shows not only the horrifying facts of it that have been reported, and potentially now about the death of an American soldier, but about a system that is designed to protect our country, protect Americans, that has totally broken.
All right, Brett McGurk, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us on this very important and developing story. Up next, officials are now blaming the new coronavirus spike on young people refusing to socially distance. We're going to talk about how states are desperately trying to avoid the scenes playing out in Arizona, Texas, even in Florida, as medical staff repeat this refrain: wear masks.
But this COVID is real. It's very important because wearing a mask is very important. And that's what's going to help you, your hand washing techniques, your self-isolation, that's what's going to help you get through all of this. And it is real. We've had families that one person has had it and then everyone comes down with it. While I've seen where we've had families where one person has had it and nobody else has caught it, and it all depends on your technique. It all depends on isolating yourself, wearing your mask, hand washing, sticking to the rules that can help you get it prevented. So it's very important that you stick to the rules, wear your mask, social distancing, it is real.
The nation stands on a knife's edge. The ugliness of racism and something about our self-understanding has fundamentally been shaken. This will demand of us a new American story and robust policies to repair what we have done. And we will have to decide once and for all whether or not we will truly be a multiracial democracy. That each element is important to any effort toward beginning again.